Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris and this reading is for the general collective of the twin flame soul connections out there. It won't be for everyone watching, so if it resonates with you, please comment below, and if not, be sure to check my other readings for messages you need to hear. And remember, time, energy, and gender are fluid, so feel free to reverse roles however you see fit, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss future readings. So first of all, thank you so much to all of my new and returning subscribers. You guys are so awesome. It really means so much to me when I see all of your comments and your kind words, and just in general to those of you who reach out to me. Thank you. You guys are the best. And so for those of you who are looking for additional content, I actually began a new channel called Woo Works LLC. So that's exciting. I will be uploading some new content to that channel here in the fall. And it will be a channel focused on guided meditations and things like that. So if that is something you're interested, please check the link down in the description box below and go over and subscribe. I would love you guys for doing so. And so anyways, this is going to be a divine masculine check-in, okay? And so as we are approaching Mother's Day, I know a lot of you divine feminines out there are wondering what your divine masculine's doing. So we are going to be using the same cards from the intimate extended bonus readings that I released this week. So if you are under the age of 18, now is your opportunity to click off and have a blessed day in the Lord, as we do not want any children's eyes or ears permanently scarred, okay? I won't be held responsible for that. So if that is you, exit left quickly. And if not, and you're looking to see what's going on with your divine masculine in some of the raunchiest ways, let's begin, okay? So before we get started, while I'm doing a little shuffle, let's talk, okay? So as we know, divine masculine, divine feminine, those are just words, okay? That's how we identify, right? It's not about gender. We all have masculine and feminine within all of us. And if you are resonating on the twin flame journey, we do know that it's not about lassoing and tying down some meat suit in the earthly realm. It's about connecting to you and realizing that union starts within, okay? So if you are in separation from your divine masculine and you're watching this reading because you're wondering when they're coming back or when they're going to communicate, remember, y'all, remember that confirmation and validation are two different things, okay? And the soul does not validate itself. So if you are on the twin flame journey and you feel as if you are missing your masculine in the physical, just remember, y'all, the masculine is always with you and within you, okay? So channel that energy and remember that you're whole and beautiful and complete all on your own, all right? So enough with the corny stuff. Let's get started. I'm ready to see what is going on. We're going to use the Elemental Oracle. So guys, I don't know if you know this, but my guides are really funny, and so please just excuse me if random things just kind of pop out, random messages, because that's been happening a lot recently. So let's see, what is the energy? What is the energy from the Elemental Oracle by Stacey DeMarco? And we're going to find out specifically for divine masculine. Animals, Lord. Animals, animals, like animals. Oh, this makes me think of Maroon 5, okay? So perhaps, okay, your masculine is currently learning about what it is to be and to have a true companion. All right. So when I think of animals, I think of your animalistic desires as a human being. Okay. Very similar to animals. We have desires, we have wants, we have needs, we have those pulls and urges that are sometimes like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I thought that. Can't believe I did that. Right. So animalistic desires and things are coming to the surface, I feel like, for the masculine right now. And like I said, since the key word is companionship, also makes me think of like Noah's Ark, like they come two by two. Now I'm thinking of Dave Matthews, two-step, like this is on the masculine's mind, heart. This is their general energy, okay? So for those of you who are watching for someone who is already in a connection, or just in general, like I said, I think that the divine masculine is truly contemplating companionship, what it is like to be with someone who fulfills those animalistic desires, perhaps. So, already we're starting out with animals, y'all. Lord. And then bottom of the deck, we've got air and motion. Okay, so this makes me think of that Knight of Swords energy. Moving quickly and in a hurry, right, to communicate, to perhaps clear the air. I feel like, especially since Mercury is now in Gemini, there's going to be a lot of communication, okay? Mercurial energy is in a way animalistic in its own right, okay? Because when you're real and you're raw and you're honest, the way a Gemini is, or the way an air sign is in general, that is when the real motion, movement, and action starts happening, okay? So divine masculine could potentially, like I said, be contemplating true companionship, paying attention to their true animalistic desires and what it is that they're wanting to take action on, okay? Love it. So let's dig in with the Decameron Tarot. Like I said, some of the images in this deck are downright nasty, but in the best way, okay? I'm not saying that sex is nasty because, I mean, it can be, but you know what I'm saying. Anyways, so, oh, you looking for a freak? I'm the biggest one. Now I'm thinking of Megan Thee Stallion. Listen, please just leave. If you... If this is too much for you, it's okay. I give you permission to leave the dinner table at this time, okay? So let's see what's going on with the divine masculine's thoughts. Already we got something. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. Interesting. Let me find out too. Wow, they really are fucking on the back of this horse. Okay, so not surprised. What's going on in their heart space? How are they feeling currently about the divine feminine? Oh, hold on now, Cletus. Oh, I didn't see this flip over. So you know what? I'm actually going to keep this with this right here because I kind of feel like that was from before. So we got the old classic missionary style coming in with the Two of Pentacles. What's going on in their heart space? Heart space. That's a lot. Let's see if we can keep shuffling and get these cards to separate a little bit. How are they feeling about the divine feminine? Oh, shiza. So we've got the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. I love it. So how is the divine masculine currently viewing the divine feminine? Quiet today. High Priestess. That's right, divine masculine. You best be viewing the feminine and the High Priestess energy because you better recognize. So how is the masculine intending to move forward? What are their likely actions moving forward? Okay, and we've got Temperance. Why did Temperance come out with the smack? And of course we will get some clarity, okay? For those of you who are like, Temperance! I know, I'm sorry. Those of y'all who are booing, I'm just reading the cards. So let's see, divine masculine, what are your true desires? What are those animalistic desires or your desired outcome for the situation? Monsieur, divine masculine. Oh, the Six of Pentacles. All right, I'm not so mad about Temperance. So, bottom of the deck. Wow, so we've got the Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So, listen. In the recent past, we've seen this pop up a lot, okay? It's for the masculine particularly. Excuse me, apparently now I had the hiccups as well. Let me gather myself. All right, so Five of Wands. We know that the masculine has been struggling, okay? The masculine's been dealing with conflicts, just having a hard time, all right? He's trying to take her shirt off, and she's like, what the fuck are you doing, Cletus? This ain't working. Let me get my own shirt. And this guy's like, no, I'm gonna take your shirt off. It's imperative. And she's like, but I can't fucking see, okay? And this is a problem. So it's more of a struggle that's happening than anything passionate or action oriented, right? In the recent past, I feel like there's been a stuck energy as well from the masculine in moving forward on their passions. Again, for those of you who resonate with the journey, in a sense that you have a karmic partner that's still lingering, like a bad odor. But I see this too as arguments, as just in general, like competition type energy. So for some of you, this also has been a theme where your masculine isn't communicating because they're dealing with the karmic, and it turns out the karmic is the one with options, okay? And so if you're resonating on that level, I kind of feel like, since it pops up in the recent past, I think the masculine is again coming to those conclusions of what true companionship really means to them. I think they're done struggling at this point, okay? Let's move on to their thoughts. As the Knight of Wands and the Two of Pentacles, okay? So if it's still resonating with the storyline of like, okay, your person has a person and they're still like trying to end things, this Knight of Wands tells me that your person's just ready to get the fuck out of that situation, okay? I see this more as like someone who is ready to take action, ready to move forward, similar to these white horses here. But it's a passionate energy, right? I think there has been a lot of passion behind the scenes for the masculine, but like I said, there's been a stuck energy as well. So I think of it more as like a frustration. Like imagine wanting to do something, wanting to be with someone, wanting to talk, wanting to just be, right? But there are things, there are obstacles, there are people in your environment that continuously are telling you like, nah, bruh, you need to sit the fuck down. You're not ready. You're not done with this karmic lesson. Okay, so here's the fear I feel in the masculine's thoughts. They're like, I am really wanting to build stability, but I need to flee from the situation that I'm currently in, okay? This could also be the masculine thinking passionately about the feminine as well, you know, quite literally wanting to pick her up and take her away like Calgon into, you know, the sunset, right? With this horse who clearly got some issues, okay? He's tired. He's been running, I think, for a minute. He's like, help me, I need some water. But with the Two of Pentacles being the missionary style, we know that this is all about slow change. And, you know, if this masculine is also perhaps thinking about juggling two options, well, that wouldn't be good. But I mean, clearly, like I said, there's changes being made in the masculine's conscious mind. I think that they know that they're going to need to shake things up a little bit in their environment and break free and allow themselves to harness that fire energy if they're going to start building that stability that they want, okay? I also see the Two of Pentacles as a card of like juggling in general or trying to balance responsibilities. And so perhaps the masculine could be feeling frustrated again, wanting to take action, wanting to move things forward, but still afraid, okay, because of changes that are currently happening in their environment, okay? Sorry it took me 12 years to get to that point, but sometimes it be like that. So let's talk about how they're feeling with the Ace of Cups, okay? Ace of Cups is pure love. It's unconditional love. This masculine could also be feeling like they want to have a baby, okay? I think that when they think about the feminine, they feel this overwhelming love that they've perhaps not experienced before, okay? And again, that would be a good reason for them to consider to consider the concept of true companionship. All right. It's not about the physical. It's not about, the duties or responsibilities that need to be fulfilled in a connection. This is about connecting with someone on a deep soul level. Okay. This is true unconditional love. As you can see, this man is like doing whatever it takes to parade his bitch around in this big old cup. And she's like, yeah, look at me. I'm having the time of my life. And he's like, yeah, I'm holding you up, girl. I'm holding you up. But it's about holding up your person spiritually, right? It's not about the physical. Again, I keep saying this because the source of love comes from within all of us. That's how we were born and how we were pushed out into this earth. Okay, it wasn't until we learned things like fear and hate and anger and diversity and all these things that keep us separated in general as a human race, right? True love is where it's at. And that's what this masculine is feeling. They're feeling the love. They know deep down that the feminine is the love of their life, okay? With the high priestess being the raw divine feminine energy popping up as how they're viewing you. And I say you because, like I said, I feel as if the majority of my audience is divine feminine. So whether you are a male or female and you connect with the divine feminine energy the most, your person is viewing you in your raw power. And this pops up a lot, okay? The high priestess keeps her secrets, but it's because she's all-knowing, okay? She knows all of the hidden and dark materials that exist in the subconscious, right? This is about balancing in the subconscious and allowing yourself to know that the source of all the answers and wisdom come from within you. Okay, so knowing and seeing the divine feminine rise up in her power is important for the divine masculine, because that is the next step for them, is to follow in the feminine's footsteps. So right now they might be coming across as the Knight of Wands in their thoughts, but I feel as if the Two of Pentacles could signify that because of maybe this separation, because of these conclusions that they're coming to, they're starting to realize that that is what they're needing to change, okay? Perhaps your masculine has came to you in the Knight of Wands energy in the past because of their desire to be free and experience that passion and love. But now they're starting to realize that in order to really experience that true love, they're going to need to make the changes necessary to pull themselves out of that place of fear, okay? It's not just about their passions and their sexual urges. They realize it's much deeper than that, okay? So with Temperance, yuck, popping up in their desired or their actions moving forward. So I think the masculine quite literally desires to keep their eye on you for now, okay? Their actions moving forward, as you can see with the mirror, like, it's not good enough that they're fucking. He's got to put the mirror on the pussy, right? Because he wants to see it while it's happening, okay? I feel like there is obviously a level of divine timing at play. As you know, with these type of journeys, everything happens in the right time, because time is fluid, right? So I think that the masculine does know. They do know that it's meant to be, right? But they intend to take things very slowly, and they also intend to be patient themselves. I think they're aware that there's some level of transformation that still needs to happen within them, at least within their mind. Because, obviously when you're with someone that doesn't actually scratch the surface of what this love could be, you're gonna be looking elsewhere, okay? Period. And you can argue with me if you want in the comments, but my thought process is, if you truly love someone to your core, okay, there's no fucking way on earth you would even think about cheating on that person, right? And so again, for those of you who've had your masculine ride up on that white steed in that Knight of Wands energy and then run back out because they still have a karmic partner to deal with, they're aware of that behavior, and they know that they need to change it. But they also know that they're going to have to make that change very slowly and methodically, like the missionary style, okay? And so in their desired outcome, being the Six of Pentacles, I feel as if this masculine truly desires to bring balance back into the connection, okay? There's been some level of expose, I feel like, or being discovered, perhaps. And again, this could all be about their own personal discovery, right? This could be, in this photo could literally just be like their conscious mind, like waking up a little bit and saying, oh yeah, that's right. I didn't give back to the feminine in the past. I did breadcrumb her, and you know what? I'm an asshole for that. And now they want to go ahead and bring the balance back in, okay? They're wanting to reciprocate. They're wanting to show the feminine in the physical that it is equal give and take, okay? I feel too as if, like I said, for those of you who have been waiting for a long time, the masculine energy is the reactor to the physical realm, right? They react and move based on their physical environment, all right? It's not so much that high priestess subconscious type of recognition, okay? The divine feminine sees things in a whole different perspective than the masculine. And that's why we have these long separations and things, because sometimes it takes the masculine a long time to truly wake up and see what it is that they've planted, okay? And when you look back on the field and it's barren and you're like, well, wait a minute, I just did all this work and what do I have to show for it? Well, not love, not if you're in the wrong situation with the wrong one. And so for some divine masculines, it takes them a lot longer to come to those conclusions. And for some divine masculines, they've already come to those conclusions, like I've said, but they're tangled up in a web in which they need to figure out how to get out of, okay? So let's get some clarity. Clarity for the divine masculine's thoughts. So, yeah, so like with the Six of Swords coming up in their thoughts, they are aware that healing this connection is necessary, okay? As you can see, we got this guy packed up on a boat, moving off, across the waters in the water Uber to something better, right? This isn't the Eight of Cups where, oh, I'm just walking away from everything that sucked so that I can go and find something that's meaningful. This is someone like escaping, okay? And this is an escape route. It's like, look at her. She's all bundled up. I feel like she's being smuggled to safety. So again, let's talk about this Five of Wands and this air energy. I feel as if the masculine is fully aware of which direction that is going to be emotionally healing for them. And now they know the path they need to take in order to move things forward into calmer waters, okay? Actually, let me put this here so that I can fit all of the things. I'll make sure we can still see that booty though. So let's see what is the clarity card for the Ace of Cups. And look at that. We've got the Five of Wands again coming up in reverse. So like I said, the masculine, this is similar to one of the intimate extended readings I actually did. The masculine is discovering that they're just done. They're done with it. They're done struggling. They're done arguing. They're done with this stank ass energy of perhaps having to do all of the work. They're done competing for the affections of their person, perhaps. Like I said, maybe that could have been a wake-up call for them. For some masculines, like I said, there's been the energy in the collective of like waking up and realizing that their karmic partner is actually doing them dirty. So let's get a clarity card as well for the High Priestess. Dang, went through the whole deck and nada. Oh, okay. So, wow, so we've got the Three of Pentacles also coming up in reverse. So I think that the masculine is also becoming aware that the feminine is no longer putting in the effort into the connection, okay? So let's see what is the clarity for the Temperance card and see maybe if we can get some additional information Oh, Lord. I don't know why I get so annoyed when I see the Temperance card. I'm just a very impatient person, I think. Like, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. I really don't. Waiting to me is just kind of like, why though? Like, why? Okay, so look at that. We've got the High Priestess coming up again in reverse, but I do feel like perhaps this masculine has some awakening to do themselves, and they're realizing that, right? I think that they're wanting to take action on perhaps exploring their own subconscious, maybe looking into those secrets, right? Trying to learn more about the divine feminine, perhaps. Oh my God, shut the hell up. Temperance again. So for some of you, this is a message, okay? If you're getting temperance a lot, this is just simply a message for you to trust in divine timing, period. Okay, the angels are behind you. The universe is behind you. So like we said in the last reading, trust in the timing even when it hurts, okay? Even when temperance slaps you in the face and it leaves a sting, it's a reminder that everything is lining up for your highest good, okay? And so again, if the masculine intends to take their time, I feel as if it's because they're wanting to rise up in their own power, like I said earlier, okay? The next step is the masculine reaching that conclusion and understanding that they need to connect to their own raw high priestess energy and start tapping into that subconscious, okay? So let's clarify the Six of Pentacles. Wow. So we've got the Fool. So yeah, absolutely. I feel like the masculine's true desired outcome is to start new with the feminine. All right, look, he's got his little bag packed. He's like, I'm done running. I left the karmic and I'm ready to start over. Okay, the Fool is naivety sometimes, or foolishness, but I see this more as them understanding that it's time for them to start on a new journey and take this risk finally. Okay, especially since it comes up to clarify the Six of Pentacles. They want to bring back the balance, and they know that they need to be willing to actually jump off of that cliff into the unknown if they're going to do it. Okay, so bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Cups. Oh my gosh, I thought it was the King of Wands. Like, why are you holding a wand and a cup? I'm confused. So King of Cups is someone who is deeply emotionally intelligent, okay? This is someone who is, yes, romantic, yes, has deep feelings, and is truly capable of unconditional love. I feel as if whoever this masculine is in the recent past, the struggle for them has been the fact that they've had this cup right here this whole time. Okay, perhaps your divine masculine has tried offering their cup, and that is the motif of the King of Cups, right? King of Cups holds back on their emotions because they've offered their cup before and were rejected. All right, King of Cups is full of love, but they don't chase love because they know what love is about. Okay, they know what love is about, and I say that because love here on earth becomes completely distorted. The King of Cups knows what love is truly about, again, coming to the conclusions of what companionship truly means, okay? Love is not about romance. It's not about appeasing someone else or doing all of the things that your partner wants you to do. It's about simply being in the energy of unconditional love, not just giving your cup away to anyone. And so the masculine is starting to become more selective, okay, as to who they share their energy, their love, their time, and their companionship with. Look at this handsome ass man. Like, shit, I would like to get to know this man. I'm just saying. So let's see what is going on with the Magical Grand Trumps Oracle and see what's blocking this connection. What is currently blocking this connection? Oh gosh. Okay, so right away we've got the Storm coming out. Okay. So again, change, foreshadowing, perhaps a traumatic event. Oh my gosh, forces of nature, danger, emotions erupting, temper, and losing control. So perhaps there are some storms right now that your masculine is going through, dealing with the karmic in general, dealing with karmic situations. I also see this as kind of like a tower moment. So perhaps the masculine, again, is having things shaken up in their life in unexpected ways. We also have the cup again, which is the Ace of Cups. So it's like the masculine is putting out the fires right now and dealing with the storms because they're fighting for this true love. Okay. So as you can see, for those of you who watch Once Upon a Time, very, very closely related to the twin flame journey in a lot of these storylines, but we have the beast and we have Snow White, right? And the teacup that symbolizes their love, okay, used as a talisman. So perhaps your masculine could have a talisman or something that belongs to you, or something that is physical in the world that is, what do they call it in Inception? A totem, something that that they keep with them, maybe to remind them of this love. But obviously we know this is also about happiness and joy. Okay, we talked about a baby earlier, so conception, fertility, pregnancy, celebration, and an emotional offer. So it's like the masculine's totally aware that this love is real. They know that it's true, and they want this, but it's like they need to put the fires out first. Okay, and so what else? Do we have anything else from this deck? Anything else? These cards like to get a little sticky, so all right, so I think we're done. We're going to move on to the next deck and see what is the advice from Spirit from the love and relationships affirmators, which I think are so funny. So what is the word from Spirit? What is the advice? Oh my gosh, I'm about to burn the house down. I should probably rethink putting candles on my setups. So let's take a look. So first of all, we've got initiative, which I think is kind of ironic that it's upside down. So step right up. You are being awarded a boost of initiative. This potent potion will give you the gusto you need to move your life in a previously unexplored direction. If you are in a relationship, then it's time to take initiative and make some interesting plans for you and your partner. If you're not in one, it's time to reach out to old friends, go on adventures, and potentially meet some new cohorts. Either way, this great journey is beginning with one small step, or one short text, or whatever. I'm not the boss of you. So Lord, and there's a siren blaring like at the top of its lungs right now. So, you know, perhaps some of you do need to take initiative in other areas of your life. And, you know, like it says here, take the initiative by meeting some new cohorts. Okay. I see that as like, listen, if you are like me and seeing that Temperance card or being reminded that you just need to be patient is frustrating, then it's time to reach out to others, okay? It's time to reach out to other people who understand you, that you can talk to. Reach out to me, send me an email, because I know that this journey can be hard and very frustrating sometimes, especially when all you want is that confirmation, right? All you want is that confirmation from your masculine that their feelings for you are real. Well, confirmation and validation, like I said at the beginning of the video, are two different things, okay? You can't validate what you already know in your soul to be true, okay? Confirmation and validation come from the mind, and that is not what we are, okay? We are not our thoughts. We're not our mind or our physical meat suit. We are our soul, okay? So for those of you watching these readings wondering, like, how does my masculine feel? You already know how they feel, because you can feel. You feel. And you are your twin flame, Okay, so again, if it's getting frustrating or you feel like you're starting to get down or in that place of like despair because you're waiting so long, take the initiative and get moving. Okay, we also have self-worth. Look at that. I cast off all concerns about what people think of me. I know I'm a totally kick-ass person, and my kick-assness can never be diminished by rejection, so people can think what they think and feel what they feel. In the meantime, I'll just keep on knowing what I know without thinking about what they are thinking about, what I already know, I think. So again, we talk about the mind, right? The mind can be such a confusing conundrum because it's just the narrative. It's not who we are, okay? And so if you feel like you're in that place of worrying about what someone else is thinking about you, who fucking cares about that shit? What do you know deep down in your heart, in your soul, okay? Who are you? You are a kick-ass person. You're awesome. And so you don't need validation from anyone else to solidify that fact, okay? And lastly, we've got levity. So laughter is the best legal medicine, and it looks like it's time for you to take a sweet, sweet hit of it. When someone annoys you, or a plan goes awry, or the Temperance card slaps you in the face, try finding something funny in there. And if you ever feel the butt of the joke, remember that the only difference between someone laughing at you and someone laughing with you is that in the first version, you're not laughing. You always have the option, so opt to lighten up. It's legal in almost 200 countries. So whilst I agree with seeing the humor in situations, this is not advice to lighten up when someone is being abusive, okay? Just putting that out there. So if you constantly find yourself being the butt of someone's joke, it's time for you to okay? We don't like that energy, and it's not cool, and people who are like that are just straight up fucking manipulators, okay? So yes, well, I agree it's important to try and see the bright side and try to lighten up, like the card says. Never feel as if, oh, I just need to lighten up in the face of someone's mental, verbal, emotional abuse. No. We're not talking about abusive people. So if you are watching this video and you are dealing with someone who's karmic in your environment, yes, it might be time for you to lighten up, but always use your discernment, okay? Because abusive patterns can sometimes be established in very subtle ways. So let's end the reading and get some eternal messages. Why do I always want to say external messages? They're eternal messages, okay? And this deck is by the original, the OG La Reina OG Tarot, which actually she changed her name to the Pretty Psyche. So, or Pretty Psyche. There's an E on the end. Sometimes I want to say the E, but you should definitely look her up on Instagram if you don't already know. All of her decks are available for purchase as well on makeplayingcards.com. She's got like 30 decks that she's created. So if you like collecting decks and you like oracle decks, please check her out. So let's line them up over here. Oh my gosh, you guys. For the first card, I can't. Literally one card came out and now I kind of feel like this deck is being like, that's it. Yeah. Okay, so we've got another one. Let's get a few more. I'm like all about these messages. I want some more. We want to know what the masculine would like to say to the feminine. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's talk. We've got a bunch. First card out was, I'm severing ties with the karmic partner. Okay, so just to confirm what I said earlier with that Five of Wands, all of the conclusions that the masculine is coming to right now, yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. The masculine's done struggling in karmic situations. They realize that that's not what is fulfilling to them, okay? We also have, I regret walking away from you. Yeah, I can see that. Telepathically communicate with me. So this masculine is definitely wanting to connect with you in the 5D. You gave me that spark. So like I said earlier, the masculine, we say this a lot, the masculine doesn't know what it's like to have true unconditional love, right? They know that it exists, but they're not used to it. They don't know what it's like. And so meeting the feminine was like the revival with the defibrillator, right? Bringing them back to life and making them realize like, wow, I have a second chance at real love. You really have been by my side. I see that. I do cherish you for that. So for feminines, I mean, it's really in our nature to do those things, right? It's in our nature to stand by our man or woman and be by that person and be there for them. That's just our nature. I've looked into tarot readings. So yeah, if your divine masculine is knowing of who you are and you're the type that loves tarot readings, if you're sitting here watching this video with me, they know what you like. They realize, and again, they're starting to delve into that spiritual side of themselves with the high priestess energy, okay? Like I said, the next step for them is stepping into their own divine feminine energy. And that's why we see the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck, okay? Even though the king is a masculine energy, the water element is more feminine, more nurturing, more loving, okay? So even though we're not together, excuse me, even though we're not together, I just can't see myself letting you go. Okay? Why would you ever let the divine feminine go? I never meant to hurt you. It wasn't you, it was me. We know. We know. And you know, that's not always the case. I mean, obviously it goes both ways, and you know, just like the divine masculine is the runner of the situation, there are things in the divine feminine's journey as well that could potentially be hurtful, okay? And again, these are all the actions of our physical bodies. These are part of our animalistic desires as human beings. And so regardless of who hurt who or whatever sort of energy there was in the past, I feel like your masculine just kind of wants to clean the slate, okay? I don't want you to be with anyone else. Interesting. So again, coming to those conclusions, realizing that they need to take action, communicate. That Five of Wands, again, could signify competition. And perhaps feminines, for those of you who have been connecting with soulmates and just making other connections, your masculine sees that. Okay, that's another kind of like incentive, I feel like, is the competition. And the thought of losing you is what sometimes makes the divine masculine remember what they're here for, okay? Sometimes when you reach that level of desperation and you think that you're about to lose something real, that's when your memory miraculously gets jogged, right? It's not until you leave and you move on or you forget or you detach that they begin to start understanding what the journey is really about. And then finally, we've got my nerves have been getting the best of me. So when I see nerves, I don't really think of someone who's nervous. I think of someone who is frustrated, again, angry, perhaps. And again, with these storms popping up, the masculine's getting angry, okay? They're getting frustrated. They're starting to realize and starting to pull the wool out from over their eyes and see that the situations that they're involving themselves in are nothing but this. Nothing but storms. Nothing but struggles. Nothing but frustrations. Okay, your masculine could be getting kind of annoyed right now as well with their karmic partner, again, which is making them see the light as to the true Ace of Cups. Okay, and bottom of the deck, we also have, I thought about taking a trip with you. So masculine is planning the future. They're thinking about what it would be like to actually have you in their life in the physical. Okay, so hopefully this reading resonated with someone, anyone, and again, it wasn't really a sexual tarot reading, but more so of an intimate deep dive. I do hope that it resonated and that it brought some sort of peace and clarity to some of you out there, all of you out there, hopefully. But like I said, please check the description box below for all of my links. I am open for bookings on private readings, although it may take me about a week. as I do have a list that is growing. So yeah, stay tuned to my channel. I will also be releasing the new moon in Taurus reading next week, as well as the elemental angel messages done by your element. So there will be 4 videos released with timestamps. Other than that, you guys, oh, I just looked down at the clock and it was 44:44, and now it's 44:44. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope you are safe and well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.